Shit. What is up, everyone, and welcome to Dank Mod Reviews, a place where we take a look at all things modded in Starfield. It is January It's sometime in January the 14th. It's January 14th. I'm Captain Blaze, and this is Owltech's Echoes of the Past mod first look. I'm going to go ahead and hop in here. I've already downloaded it and everything. I haven't went and checked anything out. Like I said, this is a first look, so you guys get to experience it firsthand with me and all its rawness. No edits, no cuts, no favorites. We're just gonna play it. If it shows up and it's good, it'll be good. If not, it's not. But judging by the rest of the stuff we've seen from Owltech in the past, this is going to be a pretty awesome mod, so I'm excited for it. In fact, I'm so excited that I've already pre-built a fleet of 3 other ships to go with it, and with his 2 ships, and my fleet commander mod, it's going to be a pretty awesome interstellar navy that I've set up. So, I'm very excited, and have been looking forward to this mod for a while, so let's check it out. We're not doing music today. Excuse me as I chew on a piece of bacon. We're not gonna do music today. We are, however, gonna clip Joe Rogan. Hopefully. Oh, where'd it go? Well, it was there. It's taking a while to load in. There we go.
What would happen?
Whoa!
If aliens were here and there's like alien camps, we had them, we would just get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
We get used to shit. The way we live is so entirely alien to people that lived just 200 years ago. But if you brought someone from the pioneer days and you put them in a Tesla and then you drove them to the movie theater and then you took them to a concert, you're like, what the fuck is going on? And then you showed them your phone. You're like, I'm gonna FaceTime my mom. Look at that, that's my mom. What's up, mom? You know, you're like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But we're accustomed to it.
Yeah.
We're so accustomed to it that people tell you to get off your phone. Hey, get off your phone. You're always on your phone. Live your life. Get off your phone. You're so connected to this bizarre new world.
Oh man, I didn't set up any of my other devices.
We're accustomed to it.
I'm sure they're dead.
It's completely normal.
I can't see or hear what you guys can see or hear, so
I just fucking put stuff
actually,
in
if
the
you give me a
sky all
minute,
the time.
if you give me a minute, I'll go get my
Experimental
poop phone.
Do like a
This is my
low
bathroom
trajectory
phone that I
over the
scroll
city
Facebook
in
with.
Some new stealth bomber. Freak these fucking people out. Get them used to being freaked out. And then when the real ones come, it's much less of a blow.
Well, some politicians just as soon as yesterday, Chuck Schumer, Robert Garcia in the House, they've started to kind of use the whole drone and or UAP in their messaging, right? They've started to change their language. Did you get that photo, Jesse?
Jamie.
Or Jamie, sorry. It's
Pull it up, young Jesse.
I sent it the wrong guy, maybe that's why.
We were talking about Jesse before. You can airdrop it to me. That'll probably be the fastest way.
Yeah, it says it's waiting. Is it the Jamie MacBook Pro?
Yeah, I have 2.
Bear with me a second, guys. I gotta get loaded up
You want to
here.
just text it to me and I'll send it to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we are.
Technology, see, even with this fucking high-level technology that we have.
Hopefully we don't catch
Shouldn't
a
have bro.
copyright.
Yeah,
We shouldn't.
I was thinking that last night.
I Googled it and it said it should be okay.
Music.
I'm not playing the whole
I realized,
episode, so
there was so many people.
should be
connected to
considered a
YouTube,
clip.
like you have
I'm
that
talking
Spotify
over it.
thing on where you
We'll see.
you're sharing. It's like I forget what it's called. Like a bunch of people can contribute songs. They can all like add to your little playlist while it's going on.
Dangerous.
It fucks. Yeah, it's dangerous. All of it's dangerous. I'm like that close to getting one of them crazy de-Googled phones, but
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, how does that even work?
They had a good one, I get it.
I think, Eric Prince apparently has a good one. He's got something called the unplugged phone. It actually has a physical button you can switch where it deactivates the battery as well.
Oh, wow.
It like separates like a little piece of plastic goes between where the battery connects, and so because even if you shut your phone off, they can still listen to you.
Mhm.
Like that sounds so crazy, but it is absolutely true.
Yeah.
and you can't take your battery out of your phone anymore. You know, it's like a convenient thing. In order to make it waterproof, sorry, your battery, and then it's like planned obsolescence. So your battery's gonna die. You're gonna need an iPhone 17, Ryan. Come on.
Only way they can sell new ones.
Look,
They
I
all
got a
kind of
new
look alike.
Zoom feature. Come on, you need this in your life. You need this new Zoom feature. You need that extra 50,000 megapixels or whatever the fuck it is. You know, it's just I don't know.
The funniest part,
I think privacy is kind of
the funniest
gone.
part about
I
iPhone
think
people
it's gonna be super
is that iPhone people think their iPhone is so superior
like, there's
when
no
the
privacy.
fucking thing is made out of
I think
Samsung
the
components.
real problem is financial.
It's like you're rocking a fucking Android basically, but with a different OS, a shitty OS for dumb people that can't use a computer. Anyways, wait, we gotta get in the battleship for this.
Bitcoin to the rescue, maybe?
I don't even know. Doesn't Bitcoin get compromised? Google says its breakthrough quantum chip
All
can't
right,
break.
I'm gonna turn this back up because it's interesting to listen to. It's probably more interesting than me. So
Don't be
can't even
worried.
break any of your codes. The Willow chip is not capable of breaking modern cryptography. Well, listen, I don't believe that, first of all. And second of all, my real concern is this is one step in this. We are about to go off of a technological cliff. This is one step. ChatGPT was one step. They're about to do ChatGPT 5, which is magnitudes greater power than ChatGPT. It's supposed to be like a giant leap. Okay, and that ain't shit. That ain't shit compared to AGI, which they think 2025. So artificial general intelligence, and then connected to a quantum computer. And Google is literally talking.
So
about
apparently
they have
we need to go
plans
to
put
Pluto?
Their own nuclear power plants to power their AI
everything's circling
systems. They
Pluto.
need
I
so
guess two
much
little ships
power.
that we can
They
either
want 3
capture
nuclear power
or
plants.
That's wild.
What are you about
commandeer,
to do? Like, what are
if
you
you
doing,
will.
you fucking eggheads? What are you doing? Are you guys making God? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you even know what you're
I've
doing?
seen this movie, I swear.
It hasn't even been made yet. And the problem is, if you don't do it, our enemy's gonna do it.
Ooh, I'm excited.
And
I've been
we are
waiting.
so shitty
I've been
at
waiting for
communicating
like
with other human
2
beings
weeks for
all
this
across
mod
the
to
world.
drop.
We've
I
been
think.
stealing
I'm
resources
so
and
excited to
overthrowing
see how he
governments
did
for so
these
long that nobody
interiors.
trusts us. And then while all that's going on, we're in the middle of creating an artificial intelligence that's infinitely smarter than us.
Let's
And
go
might
pick up
be
the rest of
working
our
in
fleet.
parallel universes. Like if you can do an equation, and you're telling me that this equation through these quantum computers is proof of a multiverse. Like, what happens if AGI gets connected to the multiverse? Like, what do you even know? Are you just doing it? Do you even know? Are you guys even can you tell me what's best case scenario? What's worst case scenario? Can you tell me like what you've thought about? Or instead of just fucking all gas, no brakes, and everyone's all gas, no brakes. We're all fucking hot rodders on the highway, headed towards this weird thing that no one really knows what it's going to be, but everyone agrees it's the greatest technological breakthrough the human race has ever experienced, and it's happening so fast that most people are like, well, what's going on? What are they doing over there? Most people, if they're not listening,
Got my
on
coffee.
Twitter every day, and they're not
I was
on,
not expecting to
Facebook,
jump into a
they're not
firefight.
really paying attention to this
Oh,
stuff.
no,
Most people
hold
are,
on.
like,
Hold on, we
blissfully
can't kill them.
unaware
Stop it.
We're about to awaken a god.
We need the ships.
Blissfully unaware we're about to connect to some insane technology that hasn't even been. It's so insane that it's sort of like one of those things where someone tries to
I
tell
don't
you
even
how
have
the
an
stars are in the
EM.
universe. You what?
Well, you can't comprehend it.
Your head
just a
goes,
number.
what does that mean? Like, what's the number?
A lot.
Right. When they were saying that it can do, it can compute something that all the world's supercomputers, it would take some septillion number of years to do, that it can do it
I hate it
in
when I
15
gotta
minutes.
try not to kill them.
What are you even saying? I don't even know what you just said. I know that I can. If you told me how many zeros to write, I could probably keep doing it until I got to the right amount of zeros. I don't know what the fuck that means. My brain's good for like 150, 500 people. That looks like about 3,000 people. I was at the Formula One racetrack. I'm like, how many people are in this? We're seeing Eminem. I'm like, how many people are here? I took a guess, like 50,000? I don't know. It's 110,000.
No.
It was like, I was off by 50,000. My brain doesn't understand numbers.
No.
And then you get to millions. Imagine like looking at a group of people. Oh, that's about 2 million. No, you can't do it. You can recognize like 150 people. It looks like about 150 people. But they
We need the full experience, guys. That's a fucking mannequin. Huh, check it out, floating skeleton. That's cool. That's so dope. Oh, there he goes. Oh. Man, this is cool. What's this dude? Hey, man, I'm trying to explore. You're messing my shit up. Did I just pick up 3 of them? Let's try it. That was anticlimactic. That does something or not. Oh. Flashlight doesn't work too well in here. Storage over here? Oh, whoa, it's loaded, huh? I love it when they stuff the loot box full of stuff. It's not just an empty box. Yeah, I hear you. Where are you at? Oh, I thought this was a jail cell. Is the ammo just ammo? Okay. As the Great Migration from Earth began, the sky darkened with despair. Humanity faced an environmental cataclysm. Cities crumbled under the weight of chaos, and survival became the only instinct. In a desperate bid to preserve civilization, a radical plan emerged using any vessels available to ferry those who could escape. Among them were 2 relics of a bygone era, the USS Narwhal and the USS Stingray. 2 decommissioned World War II submarines were repurposed for space travel. The ships, once stealthy predators of the deep, renowned for their speed and agility during the wars, underwent refitting for space and were equipped with propulsion engines capable of traversing the vacuum of space. Its crew, a ragtag group of former Navy personnel and engineers, fought tirelessly to restore it to working order. They helped fortify and house the diverse groups of passenger scientists, families, and dreamers who had banded together for the journey. As the countdown began for the last launch from Earth, both submarines were filled with a sense of urgency and hope. Families mustered for one last embrace while crews conducted rapid checks on their makeshift fusion drives. When the alarms blared, signaling that the moment was at hand, the two vessels slipped away from the crumbling planet, leaving memories of home forever lost. Days turned into weeks, and the narwhal and stingray navigated through the distant reaches of the solar system. They became known as the ghost ships. Among the scattered colonies of humanity that had managed to escape Earth, a symbol of hope and resilience for those who had found new homes among the stars. With each passing day, the memories of their departure faded into myth, and the last remnants of civilization on Earth lay abandoned, devoid of life. Rumors began to swirl in starports and colonies alike. Two legendary vessels, the USS Narwhal and the USS Stingray, navigating the Sol system, their hulls echoing stories of a long-forgotten world. Each passing comet and shower of stardust shared tales of the brave souls aboard, a testament to an era of resilience as they sought their place among the stars. Though the people who had escaped never saw those last ships arrive, their legacy remained alive in the tales woven among the stars, a haunting reminder of the lengths to which humanity had gone in its quest for survival. As the inhabitants gazed up at the night sky, a flicker of hope burned in their hearts, believing that the ghost ships sailed on somewhere out there, guardians of their shared past, forever seeking a new home in the cosmos. You know, that's a lot to write, man. And it's well written too. That's pretty awesome, man. Good job, bro. Oh, that's cool. I like the backstory. It's nice when they put in the extra effort to really make it immersive for us. That was pretty cool, man. It's a lot to read. On air, I guess. Alright, up I gotta go, I guess. Right? Come on, ladder. Ladder does not work. I think that's a 0G bug when the ladder doesn't work like that. I've noticed it with a couple mods that have 0G inside the ship. Even Bethesda, I think, does it. Man. Why can't I shoot through ladder rungs? It's so stupid. Come on, Bethesda, it's a ladder. I need to take that reflective off my suit now that I'm not doing a melee playthrough anymore. Oh, I wish I could see. Hey. It actually works. Cool. What's in here? Okay, so these are like crew quarters. Hey, a little treasure box. Oh man, lots of treasure boxes. Holy cow. Man, are they all full? They're all full. Ah! It's a ship loaded with booty. Ha ha ha. Look at that. That's cool. Oh man, Digipick. I need that. Oops, I didn't mean to grab that. Hey, Explorer. That's my favorite suit, anyways. Oh, what? The corny spacesuit? What's up? That's cool. Alright. Whoa. Did I say a Warlord's cred stick? Warlord's credits. 100 grand. Man, that's cool. Probably gotta drop it and pick it back up, I think. Oh, another one. Another 100 grand. Another 100 grand. What's up? You're getting rich. They are static, but I think you can store it. No? You know what bothers me? That the watermelon doesn't explode when you shoot it. The indestructible watermelon. Ew, what the fuck is that? Looks like shit on a shingle right there. I know it's not, though. Maybe it is. Does that look like peas and gravy and burger on a piece of toast? SOS for the submarine? It would totally make sense, man. Psst, psst. Hey, dude. So, is this like the bridge? Whoa! Whoa, 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 what happened? Okay, I guess I'm out. Whoa, now I'm inside. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I keep falling like in and out of the ship. That's fucking weird. Talk to me, bro. Hey. Die. The ladders don't work. Okay. That's kind of cool. Well, it's not a periscope. That's close. Can I take over now? I still got somebody on board, right? Or is it gonna let... No, it's not gonna let me do it if there's somebody on here. I hate zero-G. Okay. Where are you, little bastard? Don't fall down there. Fall out of the ship. Yeah. Hiding behind the door. Where are you? Oh my god. Okay. Are you like in the shitter? Alright, so the same tablet. Alright, so it looks like this dude's... Oh, there's Captain's locker. So it appears as though this asshole's like merged in the wall or something. And this, I don't know what happened here. But if you fall through that, you go outside the ship. Oh, I'm in the landing bay. Well, you know what? I'm going to call it a feature. I can spacewalk. As long as you go through the landing bay. Hey, that's cool. At least I'm going to get an outside look at the ship now. Dude, it's gonna go so good in my fleet, man. It looks perfect. It matches my fleet so good. Look at that. Like they were made for each other. Because they were. Alright. Alright. So you're glitched in the wall. Oh man, it's letting me pull you up right now. I'm gonna shoot you from outside then. Yeah, I still can't. Maybe right here. Fly through the wall. Alright. Can I get back in through the bay? Maybe? I can. Oh, too far. Man. Oh, man. Oh, no, 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 no. Back up. I can almost see its leg. Right. Oh, I hit it that time. Damn. Yeah. Alright, we'll just try and see if maybe, uh-oh. Okay, wait, stop. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, I have to go through the landing bay. Okay. Let me come through here. And I should be able to go up through the floor. Yeah, okay. Damn, I wish I could kill that dude. I don't think it's gonna let me steal the ship if I don't kill him. We'll try it anyways. I have a feeling it's gonna give me the... You can't do this. Yeah. Well, that sucks. Okay, well maybe... We're gonna try this. Oh no. It's not letting me exit the ship either. Oh no. Oh, ladder. Still can't climb the ladder. Am I in 0G? Doesn't let me use the ladder? No. Damn. Okay. Well. That's what we got the teleporter for. I'm gonna try. but it still looks stuck in the wall. Yeah, the ladder's still not working. How are you even there? I'm determined to make it work. I just gotta wait for my stupid starborn power to wear off so I can float again. I think I got an idea. Can't even get her foot. Can't get any of it. But what if I try? Probably a bad idea, but oh, come on. Alright. What about some starborn powers? Let's try that. What will kill them? Alright, now I just gotta do that like a million more times. Looks like it sucks all the bullets in, so you're like out of the wall now. Come on. That's how you fucking beat the bug. That's how you beat the fucking bug, guys. Now, where's the cockpit? I forgot now. It's up one more, isn't it? I think it's right there. I was not giving up on this damn submarine. I wanted it. I could fix any of the bugs. Oh, what is that? What's a red and white one? Dauntless power cell. Oh, I bet I need that for the other ship, huh? Oh, this is gonna be cool. Okay. So it's tied together. Neato. Okay. Finally, I got this thing. Jeez, that's expensive. It's pretty cool. Whoa, not that one. That's my sub. And oh, which way is it? Oh, this is gonna be cool. Alright. Wrong ship.
Good to see you. What's up?
Oops. Why am I stuck in 0G in my own ship now? That's so funny. Why is it trying to give me all the day one noob stuff? Really? Alright. Sorry, anybody, if you've been chatting. YouTube's stupid. Man, there we go. Holy cow. Sorry, bud. I didn't have my laptop on, man. So it was dead when I started the stream, and I plugged it in, and I forgot to turn it on. So, and then I was just kind of immersed in the playthrough. Give me a sec. Let me read and see what you said and catch up. It probably answered itself about everything. Where's my stream? Okay. Wait. No. No. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I can't get any of your ladders to work in there, but I don't really care. I don't use ladders anyways. I jump, but oh, it's not the right docking hatch. The ones on top are for looks. Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense. All right. We just gotta fix that then. That's why I was like, I wasn't immediately gonna write it off. I was like, it's probably something to do with me or something. Except for falling through the floor. That's definitely your mom. I don't know. It's like it's missing, unless that's where the hatch is supposed to be, right? Like, isn't that where the hatch is supposed to be then? For docking? Either way, I'm not complaining. It's going on my fleet. I know you'll fix it. You're good about that stuff. Alright. Which ones were they? Oh, it was the Warwolf and the USS Narwhal. And the one I'm flying, right? What was that? That's a bird. That's a bird. That's a mini one. What did I think I built? I thought I built 3 ships. Oh yeah, no, I'm going to build a ship. I'm going to build a destroyer class based on the new the new U.S. Destroyer that's coming out. They just promo the whatever, the concept of it, and so I'm gonna do it. It's like the BD something like that. I don't know, but it's the new destroyer class ship that's gonna be coming out soon for the military. I'm gonna build a space version of it. So that will make 3 plus the 2. That gives me 5 for my fleet commander. That's a cool looking ship though. I like the way that looks. Now we got a whole fleet going. All right, let's go find the other one.
Big, they just get too weird. And the universe is insanely big. Insanely big. So your brain just doesn't do it. It just, everybody's brain. Even the most, Neil deGrasse Tyson, get an astrophysicist, get one of those guys. They're not going to be able to, their brain's not built for it. So this thing is so much more powerful than even that. Even the whole universe as a as a computer? Like, that doesn't even make sense. And they're just like, what are we doing?
We have AI, we have quantum, we have mysterious objects showing up on the coast. It does seem like a lot of things are converging right now.
Well, if I was an advanced civilization and already past this stage, maybe this is like a common stage. Maybe this is just like how bees all over the world make beehives. They all do the same thing, right? Maybe this is a strange stage that intelligent life gets to when it reaches a point of technological sophistication where it can create an artificial version of a thinking being. And then that thinking being, of course, creates infinitely better versions of itself and figures out a way
there
to
isn't
harness
an
power in a
options
way
menu
that
anymore where we
can't even comprehend, which is what a quantum computer.
Oh yeah, there never was an options menu, was there?
Maybe, like, maybe they know
where you
that
can
this
choose
happens,
fighting style
and
and stuff. It's in the
and so then
the settings.
Like, wasn't there a meeting? Some sort of there was another good tinfoil hat one. I was like, ooh, what are they talking about? There was some super top secret meeting with the people from the James Webb Telescope because of something they had discovered. Mm-hmm. There was some thing that they had seen that they decided, and I don't know what that means. You know, if you really wanted to get terrified, you'd say, oh my God, an asteroid's coming. And it might be that. Or it might be there's some new thing that sort of rewrites the date of the beginning of the Big Bang, which is they're kind of starting to talk about doing that now. They're trying to, there's some people that want to push the creation of the universe back to about like 22 billion years instead of like 13 point whatever it is now.
Who cares? Why keep that secret? You know, that's not going to freak people out.
Well, I'm just charitable. I'm saying, like, or there's something out there, or there's something that they know is headed our way. You know, it is, I mean, it is possible. We're doing it. We send things to Mars, right? And if we know that we're going through this thing right now, we're about to create AGI. We're about to implement quantum computing in this country. Who knows what they're doing in other countries? If this is just like a thing that beings go through, and we get past this,
no, there goes all. It's upside down.
Also, like dropping nuclear bombs on it.
Sweet.
We would probably start
Where's my other ship?
And making sure they don't fuck the whole thing up. I mean, it just seems like to be it's probably insanely difficult to get intelligent life to the position that we're in right now in a volatile universe that's subject to natural disasters, asteroid impacts, super volcanoes, earthquakes, tsunamis, all different things that could wipe out.
No worries, man. It's not a big deal. Actually, I'm fine if you don't do it, because like I just know I can spacewalk from that ship now. That's kind of neat. Oh, I think that's my other ship right there.
This investment in evolution, and not have us knock back to the Stone Age and have to start all over again. Not have us nuke ourselves to the point where there's like 13 of us left. You know.
Well, outside of us nuking ourselves, what do you think that the Trump administration, oncoming Trump administration, should do?
Oh wait, no, that's my ship, right?
I think they should. Yes, I have. He couldn't tell me anything. I tried to get it out of him. He wouldn't tell me shit. He basically, you know, I've seen some things, I know some things. Transparency, I think, is very important. I think to peel the fucking Band-Aid off. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us what you know. And if you can't, I have to think that it's a military intelligence.
Let me turn this down.
You don't want the enemy.
So is there only one? You only made the one ship, right? It's just there's two ships, one for us to take, and then one that just kind of stays here like this. Or we could like technically take them both. Are they different, or? I guess I'll go see. I mean, you know what? I don't know why I'm sitting here like being nice. It's not letting me like select it to shoot it though. Where'd it go? Where the fuck is it? You can take both? Alright. Oh, man. You're just gonna give up like that? I don't want your stuff. I want your shit. Where is it? Where are you? That's my shit. Huh. That's what I was wondering. I had a feeling it was probably the same because you said it was like 5. You only added 5. I couldn't imagine you building 2 completely different ships, and it looked kind of the same. That's what I was kind of figuring. I was like, well, I think that's just in case. Which is what I almost did when I jumped in. I had my weapons ramped up and stuff, and then the auto cannon started taking off, and I'm like, no, 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 stop. I'm gonna blow it up. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I like the Habs. The flashlight doesn't work too well in them, and they're a tad dark, but actually, I kind of like them dark as long as if I install a light from Builder, it'll brighten the place up, which I'm sure it should. And then it'll be all right. But the volumetric lighting could be a little wonky. That's why the flashlight's not working. So then a ceiling light wouldn't quite work either. Right? I don't know. I don't know. That was the only thing I saw. The hole in the floor and then the flashlight has the trouble in there. But that's it. I liked you put a lot of work into writing that whole little backstory thing. That's pretty neat. I think we're gonna go play the Regrets mission because I've never played it. I always download it and I'm like, I'm gonna play this this mission. I never do. I've played his Lazarus one like many times, but Regrets I've never played. Well, thanks for the free mod, man. That's cool. I'm gonna use those habs on my new on the destroyer class when I build that. I'm probably not gonna ship build today. I'm gonna keep it kind of short today because I got real life stuff to do. I'm gonna play a little bit of this mission though.
Because I think they would be content to keep that information quiet.
I don't know if Trump would be content to do that, and I don't know if Tulsi would be content to do that either. If she's going to be, she's what, the director of national intelligence?
If she's confirmed, yeah.
If she's confirmed?
I was invisible.
This episode is brought to you by Simply Safe. Look, you can take all the self-defense classes you want. It's a great way to work out, gain some confidence, or at least before they try something. Now you can get 50% off free.
Man.
There's no
skip.
expressvpn.com/
Oh, I got the remix going.
Right, because Bob's story, I don't mean because Bob's wacky, I mean because it's 1989. Okay, so we're in the 80s, right? Cars suck. Fucking, fighter jets of the 1980s. Imagine like the fighter jets that you flew in comparison to a fighter jet.
Yeah,
from 1983.
No internet really to speak of.
I'm definitely waiting on Athena.
There was like
Athena's gonna be awesome.
Right, like physical core.
Can't wait for that mod.
Probably, but that time period.
I keep wanting to like build my own, but
we did not have.
I can never find
what he was
asteroid that's gonna let me land on it.
And then when you see that gimbal footage, that thing is moving exactly the way he described it. where he said it's built like your classic flying. That's actually an image of it right there. That little model that we have. That's what he described. So this is what we're 1989. He's saying that this thing, when it would fly, it would turn sideways. It would turn like 90 degrees, and that's where it would, whatever the fuck kind of generator that's inside of it, it would point it in the general direction it wanted to go. That's what the gimbal did. The gimbal turned in that way. And what he's describing in this reactor is some sort of an element, and it's element 115, and this whoever has created this thing is a stable version of this element, and when it's blasted with radiation, it creates some sort of a warp in space-time, and in some way, whether it's gravity or whatever it does, it folds time, and it just shoots off at insane rates of speed.
Infinite Warfare mods are having a hard time lately, man.
Aren't experiencing G-force the way it does the traditional propulsion system. It's the only way a biological thing could survive, right? But then I'm thinking, why would it even be biological? If it's so much more advanced than us, we're already creating artificial limbs.
Yikes.
We're already creating artificial eyes.
Shit.
We're already putting neural links into people, and we're fucking apes. We're apes. And we're like, drill a fucking hole and stick some wires in there and let's see what we can do to Timmy. You know, now Timmy can fucking use his eyeballs. Like we had the guy who was in there was the first ever Neuralink patient. And his name's Noah, right?
Texture looks awful.
Nolan. Cool guy. I just have too many names in my head. No disrespect. But he has he can use his eyeballs like a cursor. Like he says like an aimbot when he's playing video games. So he plays video games better than people that can use their hands. Because he could, like he shoots like exactly where he's looking at, which is nuts. So how many years have to pass? Think about from like 2004, no iPhone, to today what we've got. And meta virtual reality sets. How many years have to pass before it's more effective to go through the world being completely integrated into like an artificial creation?
Not much.
Not much where we're cyborgs. Not much where, why would you want regular eyes? Your kid has regular eyes? That's crazy. Get them the new eyes. They have infrared, radar, they can detect gases. You can move away from, it's like safety. It's better for you. You see better. You never go blind. When they go bad, they replace them. Everybody would just get the fake eyes.
It's just like a jet, right? I mean, fighter jets, they used to be barreling around out there looking for objects, looking for targets. But, we're able to integrate and update all the technology that allows us to interact with the world. It's not put right into our brain yet, although they are working on that.
So maybe those things are what happens when technology and biology integrate over a long period of time. And they probably have eliminated all of our primate desires and weirdness that makes progress problematic. Greed and envy and trying to steal from resources from other countries and invasions and tribal behavior and manipulation and propaganda and lying. They probably can all read minds, so there's no more lying. And they've no need for physical muscles. That's why they look like these little fucking spindly things. It kind of makes sense. Like that's where evolution and technology, if they merged, that's what it would look like. It would look like some weird fucking thing where they all look the same, so nobody gives a shit. And they control, one of the things Lazar said, these things have no switches or buttons, or there's no controls inside of them. So he thinks they're controlling them with their minds.
Yeah. Their intention, perhaps.
Their mind is integrated. And, we think about that, like that sounds so crazy. But how much crazier is that than typing things with your thumb? It's not that much crazier than what you can do by FaceTiming someone, like sending video. It's not that crazy.
No.
It's not that crazy that your brain could eventually integrate completely with technology. Excuse me. And if you're a cyborg, then you have to worry about all the biological issues that we deal with, all the cancer and fucking pollutants. You don't have to worry about any of that shit. And then you're inside this ship that you're completely connected to, and you can move it in any way you want.
Might as well be your body at that point.
It might as well be your body, and that's probably the future. That's probably the future here on Earth, even if we don't fuck this up.
We talked about China a little bit, and some theoretical ways they might be investing in these deeper technologies. I've spoken with people that are intimately involved in deep technology at the National Science Foundations and others, and what brought them into this conversation and realized that we were falling behind on these capabilities because they attended an international consortium with, believe it or not, there were several members of from China there, and they very specifically were asking for collaboration in some of these.
We have another companion mod that I'm going to try too.
Gravity manipulation.
Hoping I can finally get my mineral chick. We've tried Axe of Friend. We've tried the Ring of Friendship. We've tried them all. None of them allow us to change anything, and they just... The best one so far has been Axe of Friends, but she just kind of follows you. Oh man, I totally left her on Jemison a long time ago, though. I think she might still be there. No way. Like, I dismissed her, but... I guess she's still in Jameson. Or New Atlantis, I mean. Oh, wow. Well, I guess we'll go see if we can find her on New Atlantis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell her story.
I mean, I guess I'll know
Well,
from
I
any
might not know it as
NPC
full as you do, but
shopkeeper.
there
And then I
have been
just
a
gotta
number of
find her.
instances within the United States where people have been
Just go
trying
try and
to
make a
do
shopkeeper mine.
work to manipulate gravity through large concentrations of energy, electromagnetic effects, things of that nature.
You're like the
And
second
very
cutest chick
recently,
in
I forget the
town.
year. I don't know if you have that information, Jamie, but I think it was 2013 or around that time frame where she had kind of a breakout paper, which she was claiming was utilizing some older techniques, and she was able to modify the mass of an object, essentially the force of
So how
gravity
does it
upon
work then?
My understanding is that paper went out, and then she essentially disappeared for a number of months, like a year or two.
It's like a movie.
Yeah, and last I heard that she was potentially either still missing or there was some evidence that she might have gone to China.
I thought she died. I thought she went to China and then come back and died.
Did she come back and die? She did die.
Yeah.
Or did she?
Convenient. Or did she? Dun, 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 dun.
Working
Yeah.
in the vault somewhere.
With masks now, they're just like, maybe she was the tall Biden.
She died.
Remember? Where was the tall Biden? Remember that guy?
She died in 21. She got struck by a car in 2014, caused permanent brain damage, resulted in Alzheimer's, and then died in 21.
Wow. Was Hillary Clinton driving that car?
I was waiting for him to be like, yes. Well, there's another tech too, cold fusion, right?
Yeah.
Another 50, 60 topic that was ridiculed and went away. Well, it's also now the talk of certain fusion communities. Instead, they call it low energy nuclear reactions.
So do I have to have
Instead
the
having
Axe
a
of
large
Friends then
fission or
to
fusion
make them
reaction where a lot
my...
of heat and radiation comes out? You can do it
I
slowly
thought
and
this gave me the
incrementally,
option
and it
to
releases a lot of
recruit people.
energy, but it doesn't have accompanying radiation or super high levels of like random heat that comes out. And that's now something that very serious scientists within the fusion community are studying. And another technology that the China representative at that conference was
It's
asking
the
for
Liga of
collaboration on.
Followers mod.
So are we investing in this? Is this work that we're doing in a dark lab? Because the open source community doesn't have the resources to be able to invest in this.
Well, let me ask you this. So if you were the government,
I don't know how it works.
you know, you were them, and you wanted to work on some very, very advanced, if you had some knowledge that this stuff was possible, but you couldn't put it in the private sector because then it would get pilfered, it would get, you'd get infiltrated by Chinese spies, which happens all the time, right? Wouldn't you hide it away? Wouldn't you squirrel it away somewhere? Like if you're doing the right thing, if you're being intelligent about it, wouldn't you? If I wouldn't, it essentially can't be public because it is in the interest of national security because it's such a big deal. Like if they develop a propulsion system that is completely reliant on gravity, and they figure out like they're bending time, just flying places instantaneously. If that's the future of space travel, like whoever gets there first, that's a big fucking deal.
I gotta do this very slowly. I've got 200 mods that'll crash on me.
China could steal the data, or Russia could steal the data.
Man, I didn't even get to move one
Can't
spot.
let anybody get a hold of this.
Well, here's the thing. If we're the sole superpower in the world, then I think it makes sense for us to hold that
Let's hope we
information
had
back
an
and
autosave
develop it
in
on
there
our
somewhere.
pace, because we're not worried about competitors. They're going to catch up to us and potentially leapfrog us. But when we're operating in a world where we have near peer or peer adversaries such as China that do have the ability to potentially work on the same technology, that's where the model breaks down a bit, right? Because if we're artificially slowing our progress in order to maintain the secrecy and someone is catching up to us, our only real solution at that point is to activate, the millions of super smart and motivated people in our country to start pushing ourselves ahead, lest we get leapfrogged by countries that can do that through their own private investments, such as China.
That's a very, very, very good point. Because wouldn't it be awesome if we were the only superpower, and then we could just slowly get into this stuff?
And maybe that's what's been happening for the past, 20, 30 years after the Cold War.
That's where this whole Area 51 S4 shit comes into play. Because you have to think that if this is happening, this is around the time of the collapse of the Soviet Union, right? So this is like, whew.
We had a good 30 years, see what we could do.
Relaxed.
And
have you ever seen Lazar talk about it?
Yeah, I met him once.
What did you think?
I mean, it's the type of story that, you only have your own beliefs to go off of because,
Because it's so crazy.
It's so crazy, and it's, it's one of those stories where it's basically impossible to validate it. So, like a lot of the stories I hear, I often don't have all this evidence that I can work from. So I throw it in the database in my head, and I look for comparisons, right? Just like the gimbal video and how it maneuvers. Like, well, that's interesting. That kind of lines up. Doesn't totally validate the story, but that's kind of how I approach this topic. I'm not there to judge whether it's true or not true. It's just kind of additional information I can use. Just like that photo I sent you, right? That's just some random lady in her backyard. But as it turns out, multiple pilots and commercial airliners saw the same thing. So,
So this is the one that the commercial airline saw that was flying at about the same speed as a plane and then took off.
Yep. It was completely stationary and accelerated to the speed of a plane and then went way faster than that.
And what year was this again?
I think it was 22.
Wow. So this lady got a picture of it.
That's actually a picture from the pilot in the cockpit. Yeah. I have the one for the lady, too. It looks the same except from the ground, but...
The same in it? But doesn't it look like a plane? Doesn't it look like a plane, Jeremy? Doesn't it look like the front, like the nose? I mean, I'm looking at Bigfoot through the woods right now. So it's one of those things, like, look, you can see his face. That looks like a
multiple light sources.
Off the window, maybe even.
Bro, that's a cloud. That lady's tripping. The thing is, like...
Air traffic control didn't have it on their radar.
Unless you have a really good phone, like if you have a Samsung that gets, like, that 100x zoom, how much are you going to be able to see?
Yeah. That's why, with these cases in New Jersey, what's most compelling for me are these, like, they're not the images themselves, but it's these elected officials, law enforcement officers and others that are, like, very flabbergasted at what they saw, right? They're not just like, well, yeah, there's something, but I mean, they're pissed off. They're very confident what they were seeing was not normal. They're having a hard time putting words to it and having a proper photo. But as you can tell now, I think it's not easy to just put your iPhone up in the sky and grab a photo of something that's far away, right?
Yeah,
they're not designed for that.
They're not designed for that. They don't look that clean. And even, the best phones, if something's flying through the sky, you're going to get a shitty blurry image of it. Like, you need some very high-powered equipment to zoom.
It tells me nothing on how to make somebody follow me with that mod.
On phones that
At all.
With your photo before you even see it, it's hard to even tell what you're looking at.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing.
It says nothing here.
Got in trouble because they were taking photos of the moon.
It says something about setting the bag on the ground.
Did you see how that got figured out?
But it also says like it should be in the menu when you talk, or in the dialogue when you talk to them.
We're
And
kind of suspicious of whether or not this thing was actually taking a photo and zooming in and getting a photo of the moon. So They put a blurry photo of the
A
moon
bag can be
on
placed
a
on the ground by
screen,
equipping the hotkey. The
and then
same bag
stepped to the
opens
back end of the
in a
room and
dialogue
zoomed in
with
on the
each
blurry
follower.
photo that's on the
Accepting new
screen, and
followers
it
into the
filled it
team
in
is
with
done
like
through
high
vanilla
resolution and showed all
dialogue
the
or through the
craters and
Oh,
everything.
interesting.
hotkey
Like,
menu.
oh, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And so they're trying to say it's AI, but it's
And
not. You're not
non-disabling
enhancing the
pop-up
image you're
messages.
creating.
During the
Like,
game,
there's no
followers
image there.
themselves
Like,
leave
we
and
know what
re-enter the
image is.
team in
Like, the image
accordance
is
with their
blurred
request
bullshit
when exchanging the
turned
active
into a clear
pen.
photo of the moon. So this is shenanigans.
In the camera.
Well, let me tell you, I think what needs to happen here to be able to better understand the situation. All right, and I think this applies for New Jersey, but it also applies for the much broader kind of UAP conversation as well. So I told you about discovery. I told you about disclosure. I think we can only motivate the government
I don't
so
think
much
this mod
by
is
just
what I
knocking on
think
the
it
door and
is.
asking for information. There needs to be a public, unclassified scientific investigation into this from the perspective of trying to attack it as a scientific anomaly, right? Instead of trying to attack it from a request from the government to release new information. So I think this should be a national priority, frankly, right? We need to have very senior people within the White House that care about this topic, that are leading the charge, perhaps at the Office of Science and Technology Policy, somewhere at that level that can lead this conversation and start to employ different organizations in a public, unclassified manner, such as Department of Energy, such as the FBI and other reporting sources, so that we can be able to gather this information, investigate it, and then form theories about how we can detect it, whether that be through NextRad data in the United States, whether that be through weather satellites, other large data sets that we can use to detect these disturbances, and work with the Department of Energy to be able to put forward scientific ideas and then utilize their compute resources to be able to process and churn through all this data and see what pops out on the other side. And I think that we can bring in organizations such as the National Science Foundation or National Science Council. We can bring in, National Science Foundation, excuse me. We can bring in offices such as the Office of Strategic Capital and start to actually support the public interest in this conversation by having people that now can access these large data sets and these large compute to be able to run experiments, bring forward new data sets and technologies, and have this be like a true national effort at a high level. Right? I don't think that the current structure of the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office within the Pentagon, serving as a whole of government point, is going to be effective, especially considering that they are technically charged with investigating potential crimes of the Pentagon itself, right? Conflict of interest there. So this needs to be raised to a much higher level, and we have the resources in the United States to truly study this. And I think by doing that, we can then, potentially confirm what is being discovered through this unclassified method with classified sensors, but leave it so that it's repeatable and unclassified, so that the scientific and academic community can see the results of that and work off of it.
Would there be an issue with you would have to provide amnesty to the people that could potentially have lied in these programs? So like if you've diverted funding, if you've not been completely honest to Congress about where the funding is going, and you've had some sort of a back engineering program or whatever they have, would there be like criminal liabilities? Would there be issues where a bunch of these people could get prosecuted?
Potentially, yeah.
So that would, if I was them, I would, I'd keep hiding. Like, fuck this, I don't want to go to jail. But if you wanted to get full disclosure, it would seem like the only way to effectively make it happen would be to give amnesty to the people that have committed these crimes. So it would become a real dilemma if they were actually crimes.
There could be another way to approach it. So one thing, especially at the last hearings, we've heard is that there needs to be stronger whistleblower protection laws, right? Maybe you've heard that. I've updated my thinking on that. I've done a lot of research on whistleblower protection laws in the United States, and it's actually quite interesting. We've had whistleblowers from the executive branch whistleblow to the legislative branch in the past. We had the church committee.
Ocean, like, what do you mean it's coming? What the fuck?
50 of them.
What do you mean? What do you mean 50 suburban-sized?
Sorry, I can't play whole episodes. I have a timer, otherwise I get hit with
I've been
copyright.
working with this guy.
They're considered
we've been
clips if I
communicating
play
on
them in
several
clips.
phones. Actually, he was through Proton. He was emailing me stuff about Virginia, the UFO crash in Virginia, and but he was anonymous. One day, I was like, he's really knowledgeable, and he was sending me stuff that was really helpful.
This is, you know, I know you ran into him. I had Ryan Graves on yesterday.
Oh my God, I'll tell you the funny story about how I ran into him.
You ran into him in the lobby of the hotel, right?
So the lobby told me, they were all, don't use this one elevator, it's really rickety. And it makes a lot of noise, and it's not very reliable, and just don't use it. So I didn't. And then I was leaving, 24 hours later, to come down and get some coffee. And I was like, fuck it, let me take the rickety elevator. I was like, they told me not to take it, but I'm going to take it anyway. So I pushed the button, I'm standing there, I hear this. The door's open, I look.
Oh, I
see
want
the
to see
shadowy
my
figure in the
sub. Where's
corner.
my
I'm like,
submarines?
Ryan Graves, what are you doing? He goes, I don't know, what are you doing? I was like, are you doing what I think you're doing? He goes, yeah. Did he tell you that? Did he tell you that?
Yes, he did. He told me he ran into you.
Oh,
He didn't
that's
tell me
so-
the whole story about the rickety elevator.
Yeah. And he was like this shadowy figure up against the corner, like kind of just, I'm looking at him, he's looking at me. It was really funny.
We talked a lot of nonsense about aliens,
There you go.
but we also talked about the technology that he knows is state of the art when it comes to drones,
Yes.
and that some of these ones in New Jersey, they're doing things that you can't really do yet.
Yes.
Yeah, which is really fascinating. Because
Yes.
it's like, okay.
And they're the size of SUVs.
My other one
Right.
is just
So is
chilling
it
back there like
ours?
it's supposed
And
to, kind of.
we somehow or another have some stuff that mainstream drone manufacturers at the highest
They're
level
supposed
aren't
to
aware
like
of yet.
stay at
Is it ours? Is it like
750
some crazy
meters
military
behind me,
stuff?
but instead they
But it's
swirl around
not,
you.
and it's coming from the ocean. Like, what do you mean it's coming? What
I was hoping they would
the
just
fuck?
kind of hover at a
What do you
distance
mean?
and
What do you
match your
mean?
speed,
50
so you could
suburban-sized
spacewalk from one to the
So
other.
check this out.
But
UFOs are coming
this
out
is
of the
what
ocean.
happened.
This is really funny. I've been working with this guy. We've been communicating on Signal for a long time. Actually, he was through Proton. He was emailing me stuff about Virginia, the UFO crash in Virginia.
That's fun. Okay.
And but he was
Love that.
anonymous. One day, I was like, he's really knowledgeable, and he was sending me stuff that was really helpful.
Derelict
Like, you
Farm.
should track down this flight. It happened.
Man, I could never get this quest to
Go
trigger
this
before.
base.
I'm
And I was
excited
like,
now.
One day I was like, who are you? And how do you know what you know? He goes, I'm a retired United States Air Force colonel. I was like, oh. And he goes, and I'm also an experiencer. I had an experience back in 1980. What?
Oh,
So
what happened to him?
He had a UFO encounter. It's in the movie towards the end. But anyway, he texted me yesterday, and he goes, James, I really want you to explain to me how the hell you orchestrated a UAP invasion right around the time your film's coming out. I was like, I'd really like to know how you did that. I was like, I know I
Bro,
couldn't.
do you know what kind of a budget you would have to have drones running in the sky all over? How many different cities are reporting it now? Like, what's the numbers?
It's exploding all over the place, and it's getting bigger. I've heard California, I've heard Europe now, it's in England, New York, New Jersey.
What can I do for you?
I've heard San Diego. I definitely wasn't there something in Ohio, right? Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. They had to shut that place down.
Yeah.
That's Ohio. So I've heard New Jersey. I think Florida, right? That was the one that Ryan Graves showed us a photo of. That was from Florida. So, like, who fucking, what's going on?
You know,
who fucking knows?
I was super busy, I had the release of the film going on, and so I was like trying to focus on that and getting everything lined up, and it was a huge push. And all these text messages from all around the world are pouring in, like, what the hell's going on with these drones? And I was like, it's probably something conventional. I'm not going to worry about it right now. I was going to keep on focusing what I got at hand here. And then I started getting more information coming in, more information. Then a buddy of mine called me, and he actually went to Brazil with me a couple of years ago. And he's like, bro, I live here. I'm seeing these things in the sky. I've seen them 7 times now. They're the size of an SUV. I was like, well, what do they look like? What do they behave like? He's like, well, they're making noise. I was like, oh, okay. Well, that quickly kind of eliminates, something non-conventional in terms of propulsion. But then I got reports of objects that didn't make any noise and that would
Did
go
it say
silent.
what kind of noise it was making?
Like a propellers drones would make, but loud, and they have a loiter, but they're big, and they have a loiter time of hours. The average drone, like I fly drones for my films, is like you're lucky to get 25 minutes. These things are there for hours.
Yeah, 5 hours at a time.
They go dark when they're approached by other objects. They're not getting picked up on FLIR at times. And then some of them have no noise. I've heard crescent shape. And then I heard about the ones that really got me, because I contacted Christopher Mellon. I was like, Chris, what is going on, buddy? I really rely on him for good information. And he's like, I really don't know, man. It's a real shit show. And the U.S. government seems to be clueless right now. He goes, some of them are conventional, some of them are misidentified conventional craft, but there are other ones coming in off the ocean that are up to 50. The Coast Guard and Police Department are reporting that truly remain a mystery. And then you had Schumer at a press conference just like it was yesterday. And then he's like, we don't know what they are. We don't know what they are. And the guy goes, yeah, so it's a UAP. He goes, well, they're drones. He goes, well, you wrote the legislation. It's a UAP. It's unidentified anomalous phenomenon. Why don't you just use UAP? I think they're using the word drone because UAP is almost too scary, like some kind of invasion's happening.
That's what UAP is, unidentified anomalous
Yeah.
phenomenon?
Yeah.
So couldn't that be kind of anything? It doesn't even
Totally.
mean flying.
Well, that's the thing, because it used to be unidentified aerial. Well, it was
Right.
UFO, unidentified flying object. Then it was
Right.
UAP, unidentified aerial phenomenon. But then they're coming out of the water,
Yeah,
right?
I feel like this is nonsense.
So they said anomalous.
Why don't they just keep using UFO?
Because people associate UFO with otherworldly, and they wanted to take that, remove that baggage, and make it a little less scary. That's my personal opinion.
I kind of get that, but also it's just an unidentified flying object. If we find out what it is, then it becomes an identified flying object. It doesn't necessarily mean it's alien.
True, but
Right? Like think of the
people
stealth
probably
bomber.
jumping out of their windows right now if they said UFOs are invading the East Coast. You remember World of Worlds?
Right, that's
right?
true.
People were like jumping
That's
out
true.
of their
That's a good
windows.
point. That's actually a very good point.
So I think they toned it down. I think they're using the word drone, even though they're unidentified, just because of the fear factor. I think the fear factor is real.
Yeah. I can't help but cringe when I hear that word.
Oh, sorry. I didn't. the fear element.
It's so funny.
Sorry.
It was too much of a part of my life.
Too close to home.
So when did they start? Like, what was when was it acknowledged that this was an issue that was recurring recently? Like, obviously there's always been something in the sky.
Yeah.
People have always seen things. Who knows what they are? Whether or not they're, a lot of people see Starlink and they think it's
Yeah.
UFOs, right?
Yeah, of course.
But when did this drone thing that we're currently experiencing basically every day, when did it start? This episode is brought to you by UFC on ESPN+. Don't miss UFC 311, streaming live exclusively on ESPN+. This card is packed with great fights, including 2 massive title fights. In the main event, the bantamweight. This episode is brought to you by Financial Health Funds, LifeLock package in LifeLock. Visit.
A couple weeks ago, maybe
Just
a month,
a few weeks
maybe
ago?
a month ago. That's when I started really hearing about it. But
Jamie, is there like
I have
any sort of official answer to that?
I have something that
20th, 19th, something like that.
Is-
Mid-November.
Mid-November?
I have something that this is about an air base in Vandenberg Air Force Base, 2003, and this is not an anonymous, but this is about incursions over. Listen to this.
I can finally see the
Individual
skins now.
that I met at Seoul Conference.
The other
He's a
day,
witness.
I
He's a
couldn't
military
get
guy.
this
My name is Jeffrey
show up.
Busatelli. I served 16 years in the United States Air Force as a technical sergeant and a military police officer.
default skin.
In October 2003,
That copper's
my
kinda
coworkers
cool.
and I witnessed a series of extraordinary.
I don't know, I'm a
UAP
weirdo. I gotta
incursions
stay
at
with the
Vandenberg
weirdo
Air Force
skin.
Base in California.
I
The
like
initial
it.
event is known as the Vandenberg Red Square. and
Sorry
was first
guys, I
mentioned
know this
during
is
the
a boring
historic
part,
hearing-
but
UAP hearing held in
running around without my
2023.
weapons
The
being
case
the way I
involved
like them
phone
drives me
contractors who
insane.
witnessed a huge red square-shaped object, roughly the size of a football field, hovering over a missile defense system. The object was silent and had no visible means of propulsion. The contractors watched in amazement as the massive object slowly drifted east and vanished over the hills. I retained official Air Force records of the event, including the
the same
blotter
one
form
as that?
entry, which includes the names and contact information of all the witnesses,
That's
and
advanced.
provided it to select members of Congress,
Advanced
Arrow,
version,
and the
EMX.
FBI. Arrow's a new UAP task force.
Oh, there's one right there
All
too.
Domain Anomalous Resolution Office. After the initial event, several other UAP incursions took place at Vandenberg. I was on duty during many of the encounters,
Oh, that's an
and I
RPR,
investigated
okay.
the incidents as they unfolded. Now remember, this is not anonymous reporting here. They include a football field-sized craft that terrified security guards as it silently hovered over a launch facility before flying off at an unbelievable rate of speed. A brightly illuminated silent object that landed on the base flight line before accelerating instantaneously and disappearing into space. A huge triangular-shaped craft larger than a C-130 that hovered 50 feet over a police officer before it drifted slowly over the base. A blue-white liquid orb, roughly the size of his house, that hovered over his house on the base. The objects made no sound and had zero obvious means of propulsion. And he says, my experiences with UAP were awe-inspiring, exciting, and terrifying. I don't know why UAP are flying over our bases and our neighborhoods, but I do know the UAP phenomenon is of the utmost importance to all of humanity. I currently have 5 other military witnesses to the Vandenberg incursions that are all willing to testify tomorrow under oath that these statements are true. We need answers to this mystery and better government transparency. Thank you for the opportunity to share my story. Former United States Air Force Technical Sergeant and witness, Jeff Nusatelli.
Oh,
Crazy, right? I mean, we're talking
That's
objects the size of a football field?
that's bananas. And then they take off insanely fast.
Uh-oh.
Just like the Tic Tac.
Straight up in
yeah,
space.
yeah.
So this was it. What was the exact date of this?
This was 2003. There was a number of incursions during that year, up all the way into 2005. And he has
Purple
the names
skulls. I
listed in
don't
his
see any
new head of
skulls.
Air.
Oh, okay. I
That's
see 'em.
interesting because that coincides with the Tic Tac.
It does coincide with
I
Tic
wonder
Tac.
if there's like, vacation season. You know, it's like every few years.
Let's go check out what those guys are up to.
You know
Okay.
what I mean? Maybe it's like a real pain in the ass to get here. Maybe it's one of those things like you can go to Australia, but it's a pain in the ass. It's 16 fucking hours on a plane. It's a long flight.
Oh my gosh.
You
I
know
went
what I
to
mean?
South Africa one time and that was like 22 hours.
Yeah.
I was like, this plane's going to run out of gas.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like one of those things. It's like you can do it, but it's a pain in the ass.
They're doing
maybe
it
they
again.
Travel to Earth every now and again.
How could these incursions have been taking place and like here we are 20 years later and we're only now really starting to talk about them?
I think the reason being is if you don't understand it and you can't protect people from it because it's so beyond our capabilities that if just describing it accurately removes all confidence that our government has everything under control. That's one reason why. And also, if you have no answers, you don't know what the hell it is. Like,
That's a very good point,
if
yes.
you don't know what the hell it is, what are you going to say? Hey, there's something that came. We don't know what the fuck it is. It's as big as a football field.
Yeah.
Shot off into the sky. We have no idea. They'd be
Yeah.
like, what do you mean we have no idea?
Yep.
Hire someone who understands this.
That's-
and then they'd be like,
That's
fire
exactly
him. Get him out of hospice.
I remember like 20 years ago, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, totally naive, still naive, but I was meeting with a general and I said, God, it would be so amazing. This story is like so unifying and we had this kumbaya moment and discovery that we're not alone in the universe and wouldn't that be amazing and blah, 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 the implications of all humanity. And he sat there almost chuckling at me. And he looked at me and he goes, you got it all wrong, man. You got to see this through our lens. And I was like, through your lens? He goes, yeah, the military's perspective. I was like, okay, tell me. And I never thought about this before. You just mentioned it. He goes, okay, imagine this scenario. We sit there and we say, my fellow Americans, it has been brought to our attention that there are craft of unknown origin whizzing around with impunity in our airspace. They exhibit a technology that's light years advanced from anything that we have. We don't know who they are, where they come from, what they want. Shall they turn to be hostile? We have no visible means of defense against them. Thank you and good night.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired. And
You'll be
someone
like,
like Trump will come along. I'll make a deal with the aliens.
Yeah.
But
Do you see that predicament?
Yeah.
Like people always go, why the secrecy? Duh.
yeah, you have to have secrecy because you got to imagine the job of a politician in general, right? Like you have to pretend that you're going to be able to handle situations that you well know you're not going to be able to handle.
Yeah.
If you're running for president, you know you're not going to fix this economy. All right? Stop. Just stop.
Everything's going to be, I'm going to wave the magic wand and it's all going to be taken care
You
of.
know you're not going to implement electric cars over the... Stop. Stop. Shut the fuck up. There's not enough batteries. So if you're lying about all that, you're probably going to lie about whether or not you can handle the alien threat. I will unite us. I will unite us as a planet so we can deal together with the alien.
Yeah. Let's do
That's all
it.
you'd have to do is just say some bullshit like
And then
that.
someone probably bends his ear when he gets into office and is like, yeah.
A good speaker,
About that
like
disclosure.
a J.D. Vance, like a guy like that, very bright, young, energetic speaker. He could convince people he could talk to the aliens. He could convince people. He could convince people that he could unite us all.
Have you seen the program? They are tarnishing your legacy by addressing this issue head on. And I hope that Biden gets to see that. And I really hope that
Oh my
President-elect
God,
Donald
bro!
Trump
I
gets to see
specifically
that.
picked some
People
fucking
are
alien shit
ready
because I don't
for
want to
truth
hear
and have enough of
politics.
the line. I think we're way beyond that at this point.
I agree with you. However, when I confronted Mr. Trump, he was very cagey.
Shut up. Man. There we go. Fucking protect our parts.
Having a good time. Come on, it's my birthday week. Do a shot.
One shot.
Also, they're talking about RFK for the HHS role,
What
like
is that?
but the, Health and Human Services. I mean, well, you're on a plane with a guy eating poison, and he's running the whole world.
I only got to wait.
It's
Susan,
a tough sell.
you need Susan Powder to run that.
It's like maybe I should eat poison.
I
He's
had Fruit
doing
Loops-
great.
I had Fruit Loops today. I just feel RFK mad at me when you eat cereal.
You're
Man.
running from Canada.
Yeah.
I haven't moved them
Use a
on.
VPN and get on a Canadian Amazon and have them shipped across the seas.
You ever heard RFK talking about his son taking mushrooms?
What? Pull it up.
Oh, it's wild. So he's like, I thought these were all drugs, and then I saw him get better.
He's the voice of a generation.
His son, the one who served.
I don't know. He goes, he'd fight all the time, he'd get into arguments in hockey, and then like took these drugs, and he's like, he's a cooler person. And
Whoa.
I had to look into it.
One of his sons went and fought
in Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's like a machine gunner
Yeah.
in Ukraine. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You
RFK.
can go do it. They'll let you go over there.
Nah, they don't want me.
They don't want you.
100%.
Half
They don't
gay.
want you.
Just get half fit, do 5
You
chin-ups.
can watch it. I've
They'll
been
send
watching.
You right over there.
You can watch the war.
Oh
Pull
yeah.
it up.
It's crazy.
Oh, I
What?
watched
No,
a
you don't
lot
want to
of it.
watch it. It's weird. It's like trench warfare. It's like 5-on-5.
Let's see it.
It's weird.
Whoa.
Like Iowa basketball.
Would you go?
Yeah.
No, you're watching it the same way people
To see
watch
it?
those little.
I'm gonna have to try moving this to the bottom of my load order. It's not like functionally it has any issues. It's just it just seems to have an issue with the skins. And I usually keep skins at the bottom of my load order, and then his guns are towards the top of my load order because they're added to all the trade authorities and all that good stuff. So they work best towards the top, but it looks like I'm gonna have to try and figure out somewhere lower to put them so his suit mod doesn't interfere. I haven't moved Atlas above it, hoping it was gonna fix it. But I guess it's, I don't know. I really want to try these new guns though, so maybe it'll fix itself as I play. The parents negotiated no fault mortgage foreclosure policy, blah blah. Generic. What's this one? There we go. Nope, I just want the sandwich. I've collected sandwiches every playthrough, and I've never gotten more than 3 sandwiches in a playthrough. I want to know how that dev had a whole room full of them. Lying ass shit in the promo. She's just an issue. She chased me, blah, 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 blah. So stupid, it's all my fault. I was mad at Lucy about her, but she didn't want to stay in Montana Luna with me. She went to Uncle's farm after her parents' accidents. To make sure they were still getting their pound of flesh. Recent crop failures, I had a choice. A stranger, the suit, helmet, pack, all yours if you want them. Find Lucy. Alright. Are we finding Lucy? Is that the thing? Get off my land. Legendary shotgun. Another slate.
John, by the time you hear this, I will have left for the UC. I didn't want things to turn out like this. Please reconsider. Come with me. I'll make sure Michaela always knows where I am in case you want to get in touch. Take care of yourself, John.
Okay. Yeah, it's a beefy suit. 416. Man, I hope X235 ends. He asked me which suits I'd like to see skins for. I told him I'd like some more Explorer suit skins. And I'd like to see some skins for the pirate suits, because nobody's given the pirate suits any new skins, really. And now that I have this OP pirate suit, I kind of wish I had some skins for it. I think the blackout skin packs I have might work on it. If I could black out a pirate suit, that would be cool. Oh. Give me the duck. Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Alright. So am I supposed to go somewhere else now, or I'm lost? Search the dairy. Okay. Do I have a quest marker? Oh, no, that's my ship. Maybe I was supposed to read the slates again? I don't know.
John, by the time you hear this, I will have left for the...
Oh, what? I equipped it? Alright. Quadruple damage to targets with full health. 8,000 damage, damn. Fully automatic. I'm so confused. What am I supposed to do? Am I missing something over here? Did I miss something? am I missing here? Oh, man. I saw farm and just assumed it was still the same farm. I didn't realize it was a different farm. Why does it find Lucy's butt? No, I just want the sandwich. That's not a sandwich. crap. What are you doing, Sadie? What's up, dude?
Join the fleet. If you want, I would have killed you already.
Oh, man. No wonder why I wasn't throwing any alarms. Well, we can't play this mission. Damn. I thought I could play it regardless. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, man. Hey, aren't you dead? This one. Oh, missing the hit.
Does the UC really think this stuff scares us? Ah!
There we go. I fixed it. Damn, I'm really bummed out I don't have the right ammo. should have checked that. Ah. Oh man. Why you shot yourself? I hope if I could hit him. Welcome back, bro. I was playing this Regrets side mission. I never played it. I've downloaded it a few times, but I could never get it to work before. Oh, so I can't spacewalk no more? Alright. Yeah, it's a short one today. I got real world stuff to do, so I'm probably actually I hopped on right as I was getting ready to call it. I just cleared that place out, and I don't know what else I'm supposed to do, but I can't get this new ever since he updated his Call of Duty mod and added these new skins. Oh well, now it's showing up just fine. Maybe it just doesn't like modded locations. Because it seems like in my ship it works fine. I get out of my ship and the guns are like all messed up. Yeah, see, now they look great. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I might be back on this afternoon. So if you're gonna push that update through today, I'll try it out again this afternoon. I'm not gonna uninstall the mod or anything. I mean, it's already part of my fleet. Oh wait, I'm gonna have to if you're pushing an update. So I'll just go ahead and uninstall now and prep for that, and then I can do it over again and see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine, but I have to uninstall anyways, regardless, for an update. Otherwise, it won't apply it. Hold on, honey. I'll take you out in a second. And get into outer space so I can save. You want to say hi to everybody? Well, go ahead. The floor is yours, dude. You gotta do it louder than that, bro. They're waiting. That was too... They couldn't hear that. Want me to do it with you? Oh, you can do it yourself. Alright, ready? 1, 2, 3. Amigos! Your turn. Your turn. Your turn. You gonna say it? No? That's the most half-ass amigos ever. That's not how you do it. You gotta tell everybody goodbye. You gotta send them off with a good one. Good job, amigos. We are out for the day. Stay lifted. Have a dank day. And as always, catch a smile out there while I sit on my remote. Shit. Alright, guys. I will. You already did it. Oh, now you just want to do it non-stop, huh? You're going to keep talking to everybody? Alright. Why is my... Alright, guys. Stay lifted. Have a big day. And as always, try and catch a smile out there. Give me a like, a share, subscribe if you want to. We are really close to 100 subs. So let's get there. And then 1,000 subs is our next goal, everyone. I'll catch you later.